Woody Johnson clarified some rumors about himself and Bob Saleh throwing fists at each other. Woody Johnson put out a tweet and goes, all this nonsense about a heated argument between Coach Saleh and me at the league meeting is absolutely false. It is yet another irresponsible report from NFL Network. Please disregard.
Yikes.
Okay, so you dive into this a little bit. Who owns the NFL Network? The NFL does.
Yes.
But who's on the TV committee? Well, the Crafts are, right? Because allegedly, a Kraft person is one of the higher-up persons in the entire media. Because remember, the NFL media almost got sold. Remember, there was that entire situation where NFL media was either up for sale or was almost sold. Did Disney buy? Did ESPN buy? No, they didn't. Then you start digging in, well, who's a part of all this? How is that even potentially happening? Well, allegedly there was a deal, then there was no deal. Who was involved in it? Oh, maybe not Woody Johnson, you know? So Woody Johnson and these owners that obviously they benefit from NFL Network, their league is a part of, you know, the building of the entire programming. They just get a check from it. But not everybody, I assume, thinks the NFL Network is fair towards their team. That's kind of what my thoughts are here from Woody Johnson. Yet another irresponsible report from the NFL. He owns that. He owns that network. There's 32 entities that own that thing. Roger Goodell is ultimately the boss at NFL Network. And Woody Johnson's like, this platform, we get a check from it. We like it. It's okay. But yet another one. I didn't even think about that potentially being the case. But Woody seems to not be as appreciative of the NFL Network as maybe you would expect an NFL owner to be who owns the programming itself.
Well, what other, can you think of any, I'm sure diehard Jets fans can think of times when the NFL Network, they feel like they've been misrepresented by them. Does anyone in the studio know?
I don't
know.
What
would the biggest one be?
I don't know, because if you think about like the NFL Network, in theory, if you didn't want to piss off your bosses, you have to literally talk about every team in a positive light.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have to. Like that would literally,
No matter what.
No matter how. So you automatically start assuming like, well, how can you remain non-biased? Is there any journalism happening at NFL Network because you're directly reporting about who's giving you money?
Yeah.
So how is there not a potential give and take there? But I bet there's plenty of teams that are like.
I bet every team feels like they've been screwed over by NFL Network at some point in the last 10
this
years.
is our network, and they're saying,
Guaranteed.
Yeah, oh my God, and because I don't even know how you go about doing it without it being considered, biased in some sort. Like Good Morning Football's last day in New York was this morning. Hell of a run.
Hell yeah.
Hell of a run on Good Morning Football.
They're going to LA.
I believe they're moving to the LA studio, which is huge. Like the studio over there is gigantic.
Yeah.
8K, beautiful.
Yeah, state of the art.
And they own it.
Right.
That's big.
In New York, they're leasing space at a World Trade Center, which is which one is it? Do we remember the number?
Two,
Sure, that's
maybe?
cheap.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's SNY.
SNY is
but it's in the which World Trade Center?
Oh, I don't remember. I want to say 2, but I don't know.
And it's like the
I have no idea.
50th floor. I mean, we've seen it because we were in a studio right next to it for about a year in World Trade Center 4, Building 4. So it's the view, Statue of Liberty. I mean, it is New York real estate that they've been running out and leasing for Good Morning Football for the last 8 years. And then I would assume, and obviously, big brains are in every meeting, they just go, hey, we have this studio that's bigger, nicer, has more accessibility, and we don't have to pay anybody anything in Los Angeles. Why the hell are we paying $50,000 a month to be in this particular building over there? And now you listen to the Good Morning Football folks, and Kyle Brandt cut another stellar promo from the street this morning. We all watched it, and thank you to Kyle and Schrags for their Wall Street bits and everything that, like, literally Good Morning Football is what it is, but it's like they feel like New York's a part of the fabric. The NFL Network just was like, this is an easy
Can go anywhere.
kind of change in there. But that show, seemingly positive.
For sure.
It is.
About it. That's why I think it's so impressive what they've been able to accomplish is because they are on NFL Network, so they have to talk NFL. Everything has to tie back to NFL. And also can't talk really much shit on anybody because everybody in the NFL owns this and everybody in the NFL is watching it. That's a tough kind of needle to thread that Good Morning Football has been able to do. Congrats to them.
Yeah.
Congrats to all you guys on the New York run. That was they done good over there, I think, and tough, not an easy thing to do.